Communications, come back to us immediately on this frequency.
118.15.
November 15 Lima, roger.
Our healing has more to do with relationships and the active reintegration into what it means to be a social being in America than it does to have just simple prescriptive, we can identify this thing all we want to, but until we realize that we're humans here, and part of the issue is a simple social reintegration, or a very active reintegration socially.
I started going to therapy there for the first couple months. I went through a couple therapists, and I had a real hard time trusting them.
Nobody knows what we went through, except the people that were in that truck that day. Just by having somebody out there who knows what you went through and who gets it you can't replace that.
Eventually things will get better, but the other person in the relationship has to be willing to have patience with you, and you got to have patience with them when they get fed up with you, and you got to understand why they're fed up with your angerness and your bitterness and stuff.
My best friends are the newer guys coming home from war, and I guess I reach out to you guys, is you don't have to live like this. You don't have to be where I'm at right now.
Stay in touch, keep in touch with the guys that you were over there with, because while you were over there, they were looking out for you, and you were looking out for them, and I believe that should continue even when you're back home.
Join a support group or go to a veterans meeting and talk about these things, because you're going to be sitting right there with people who know exactly what you're talking about.
I went into a state where I just didn't want to talk to anyone, because whenever I came back, they just kept asking, what happened, what'd you see, what everything, and I just didn't want to talk about it. I mean, we all need someone to talk to, someone who can understand and not judge.
Just to be able to tell some war stories and throw it around with some other guys who've been there and done that, have done things 100 times crazier than I ever did. That's been helpful. That's how I've been healing day to day.
I started to become a little more optimistic towards life again, and started to realize that, hey, I've been provided with the opportunity to live a good life, and it's really my responsibility now to make that happen. And I certainly think that therapy was the main thing that got me into that mindset. And the people who help sustain me in that aspect, or try to help me keep an optimistic outlook on life, are my friends and my support group and my family.